They are winemakers with a rich history dating back to the 1400s and perhaps even earlier. And in fact, they operate one of the 10 oldest family businesses in Italy. And tonight, you get a chance to sample their fare. Joining us on the morning show, the modern-day leader of this wine dynasty, Francesco Mazzei, and Chef Joe from the Sawgrass Marriott in Ponte Vedra Beach to talk about their fine wine and wonderful foods to complement it. Welcome both to you here to the United States, Mr. Mazzei.
Thank you.
Joe, all the way from Ponte Vedra.
It was a rough
You got through the passport check, didn't you? So I've got to tell you, my ex-wife actually found out you were going to be on the show, and she is a big fan of your wines. And I learned from her that perhaps the Chianti Classico is one of your signature wines. Tell me about this wine.
Yeah, that is our top seller, our most famous wine, the wine that opens the doors all over the world. We export our wines to over 60 countries in the world. And yeah, it's our signature. Is made by some of the best grapes at the estate. And it's basically made of Sangiovese, which is the main grape varietal of Tuscany, and with some other indigenous grapes. And it's really, really beautiful.
Now, if you compare the winemaking of your ancestors back in the 1400s to the winemaking today, do you still engage some of the same fundamentals to make the wine?
Oh yeah, believe me or not, there's a lot of documents going back to those dates, and you can understand that their knowledge was pretty good. The only thing which was a little difficult for them, it was to have the stability of the wines, all right? So maybe because of that, the wines were much more acidic than what they are now.
And Joe, let me bring you into the fold here, because with fine wine, you need fine food. So at the wine dinner tonight, what are some of the fare that you're going to have to complement these beautiful wines?
Well, at 619 Ocean View, it's such a pleasure to be able to work with a true master of their craft, and we wanted to show off some of our craft as well. We're starting off with a Jackman Ranch filet of beef, which is a Wagyu, served over cream greens from Geo Farms, which is right around the corner from us, some local baby vegetables, and a marrow butter. And we're going to move on to the raviolo carbonara style. So we have a Lake Meadow Farms whole yolk inside that ravioli. So when you crack into that ravioli, yolk is going to come into the dish, and we're going to incorporate that to make a true carbonara style.
Absolutely beautiful. So, Mr. Mazzei, which wine would you say would you suggest would complement the Wagyu beef the best?
I would try probably the Philippe Cabernet Sauvignon, which is, yeah, the big bottle.
The big bottle here. I'm all for big
Yeah.
bottles. And actually, tell me about Philip, because he is, you know, one of the pioneers of your family.
Philip is a very interesting guy. I mean, it's a great wine, first of all, which is a tribute to this ancestor of us that came to the colonies, to Virginia in 1773 to plant vines. And he did at Monticello, Jefferson's property. So they were sharing the passion for wines as well as for politics. And this guy was very involved in the independence issue, and is actually one of the fathers of the nation. And the concept of all men are created equal has been paraphrased by Jefferson from his writings.
That's fantastic. Now, of these or any of the wines in the Mazzei family, which is your favorite, given a choice?
The most expensive, Siepi, which is this one. Siepi is a little jewel. It has been invented, let's say, or thought by me and my brother. And it's a single vineyard made of Sangiovese and Merlot. Which is
So it's very personal to you because you developed it.
It is, absolutely.
Wonderful. That's the one. It's the most expensive. Though price point actually has nothing to do with good wine necessarily, though sometimes it does. So let me tell you about what's going on. Marchesi Mazzei Wine Dinner is this evening at 619 Ocean View in Ponte Vedra Beach. It's the Sawgrass Marriott. Reception starts at 6 o'clock. Tickets are limited. If you're interested, call 904-285-7777, extension 6896. We'll get this information on newsforjax.com.